We're rolling? A few things have happened since about 2 weeks ago when I uploaded the first video to this channel unboxing the Terraplanter and talking a little bit about the business side of things and my views on it. Well, the company has raised yet another $100,000. I'm still getting ads on Facebook for the Terraplanter, so I know that they're still advertising, they're still selling more and more units, and they're probably gonna continue for as long as the ROAS is positive. You know, it's probably hard to say no to more sales. But before we get into the details, let's talk about the planter itself. So in my last video, I have attached some fern around it, which, as you can see from today's video, did not make it. I saw it dying in about, could have been me. Could have been my fault. After that, I went to aquarium shop and they sold me some moss that they said can live above surface as well. It does not need to be submerged in water. So the rest of the plants that you see are actually growing on a stone wall behind my place here. So what I've done is just simply collected them. And they've been on the planter for well over a week and they seem happy. The planter works. The water is pouring through the surface and the plants can absorb the moisture and grow. Are there any downsides? There certainly are. Number one, the base of the planter that is supposed to collect water is, I don't think it's big enough, because I've noticed many times that the surface underneath the planter is oftentimes wet all by itself. And second thing is the distribution of the moisture, right? So obviously, because of gravity, I feel like the bottom part gets the most amount of water, whereas the upper part gets a lot less. And I don't know if the creators of the planter are actually addressing this in the density of the material on the inside and stuff. So that will be interesting to see. I will most likely get the original version from the Indiegogo campaign as well, so I could compare them later on. And yeah, that's so far the main and probably the only disadvantage that I've noticed. I also want to talk about how much water is actually absorbed and evaporated throughout the day. And it was actually surprising to me at first, because I didn't see that much water would actually soak through the surface and disappear. But per day, I could most likely add about this much of water, which is, I think, a lot. It does actually absorb a lot of water. If you are heading out for vacation, I would not leave it for longer than a week unassisted. In fact, right now, what I also do is I spray the plants from the outside as well, just to keep them all happy and surviving. And I think that's it. That's all I have as a follow-up for my experience with the Terraplanter so far. I didn't want to make this follow-up video when it's still like half but the people have spoken, and maybe I can make another follow-up video in another 2 weeks and milk more traffic from this. Don't mind if I do. Another thing, I have found more photos from the factories, and I'll probably put them on the screen here as well so you can have a look. You can pause the screen if you want. And these photos are most likely from just several of these factories that are producing these knockoffs at this moment. I've seen listings on AliExpress, I've seen listings on Alibaba, I've seen listings on actually other Southeast Asian marketplaces. I have seen a knockoff website. But yeah, all of these listings are being pulled down, even on the Southeast Asian marketplaces, which I believe people in Europe cannot really even order from. I'm not quite sure, but someone's definitely going after them. So I'll keep this one short. I just wanted to check in with you guys again, show you a bit more plants on the planter, because nobody else really does that, because nobody else has this yet. And I'm kind of enjoying that, to be honest. Now, one last plea: if you've made it this far and you've enjoyed the video and you've enjoyed the first video, if you haven't watched it yet, just, don't make me say it. If you'd like to talk about other business projects, about sourcing products from China, about online business, do let me know. Make sure to tap on the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you hopefully sometime in the future. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be sure to give you a daily dose of the Terraplanter in my stories. I'm not guaranteeing that, but it might happen.